What's the biggest misconception of you at this point? What's one thing people think about you, but it's not true? Biggest misconception.
I think the biggest misconception is that I have a bad temper. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions that's always been surrounded by me. I think people don't take the time to see what people are actually dealing with, what's going on around them, to understand the circumstances that might unfold at the end of the picture. I think they just see the end of the picture and make their own assumptions. The fact is, a part of being a reality TV star is not easy. I think people, they see the fame, they see the popularity, they see the attention on Instagram, but they don't know the price that comes with it. Even from season 1 during filming and having to speak on topics that were probably not the most relevant thing in my life, whether it been women or my relationship, certain things were missed on TV when you got to watch. You watching a 45-minute segment. During my first years of filming, I went through 2 major deaths back to back in the first year. My uncle and then my grandmother passed all in season 1 while filming, and I would go to the hospital to visit her, and then come on set and have to talk about who fucking and who not fucking, and that just wasn't the most important fucking thing in my life at the time. And so I did come across angry and shattered and confused because I was emotionally lost. I didn't know how to channel myself. Most of the time on set we was drinking, trying to party. So through drinking and being angry, you don't get a good combination, you just get a bad image of a person. And then going into my second year, my sister, I lost my sister again I lost my sister to suicide while filming as well. And so, during these couple of years of filming, I had emotionally been everywhere. I think people didn't take the time to get to know the real Don. And I've been trying to make sure people get to know me a little bit better now. During those first couple of years, anytime you put a camera in front of me, I was ready to yell, holler. And for, a producer or a network exec, that's just great TV. For them. For me, unfortunately, I just look like an angry individual who was lost and ready to beat everybody up. But truthfully, deep down inside, I am the biggest teddy bear on the planet. I'm the biggest protector on the planet. I think my castmates, my management team, even my followers who have got the opportunity to meet me in person and been a part of speaking events I've been at or just anywhere I've been, people get to know me. And they see like, man, this is really a good dude. He really has a sweetheart. And I was just a person who was challenged at the time, who was depressed and didn't know how to channel my energy at the time.
Speaking of this price that you mentioned at the top of the segment, what is that price? What?
With this price of fame comes loss of personal sanity. You no longer get to sit between your 4 walls of your own home and deal with these challenges or drama or things that normally you can handle privately. Now you're forced to handle it on the camera. Also with the mixture of producers, the mixture of people who may not think the way you think, who want to persuade you to think the way they're thinking for good TV. So with that means either do it your way or for fame, do it their way. To make a better TV show and to help your, fame grow. So you just get stuck in a place where you either can be yourself or you can be who they want you to be. So now that price kind of treads the line of your reality. You really don't know reality anymore sometimes. A lot of people get lost in it. So that's a price that's there to play for not just myself, anybody that's doing reality TV at this moment, whether it's Love and Hip Hop, Black Ink, as far back as Flavor Love goes, man, like these people were forced to decide who they want to be. Do I be this character on TV or do I remain myself? Because you're pretty much given this line and it's up to you to decide to cross it. So with that fame, you're just kind of challenged with who you want to become.
Who have you become?
Personally, I think I've become who I needed to become. I think through my trials and tribulations, I've always been able to be a voice for the people who are not able to speak for themselves. So I've been the voice of the man who's dealt with infidelity and didn't know how to fix it. I've been the voice of the angry person who didn't know how to channel their energy. I've been the voice for an advocate for those who have lost family members in death and suicide. I've been the voice of reason for those who have friends who are too angry to put their pride aside and almost put themselves in danger. I've been like a voice for so many people. So for me, I felt like all my challenges and everything I've been through this TV opportunity, through this reality opportunity, I've become exactly what I need to be. And that's just been a protector, a provider for those who don't have a voice. So I'm fine with the journey that I've been through. I think it's made me stronger, smarter, wiser. And I'm able to say, like, through this, I've been able to help those who are learning themselves, because I've been every form of shape, each individual. And so now I can be an individual that's well-rounded to help everyone else through their journey.
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
Craziest rumor that I heard about myself? There's been so many, like, silly rumors. I'm just trying to think the craziest one. Man, this is tough. Because they're all so crazy. Most of them revolve around women, sex, 30 kids. If you name it, I've been called it. Bum, broke. I've been called just pretty much everything in the book. I'm trying to think of the craziest rumor. It's a tough one. I almost wish I could phone a friend.
Well, why are there so many rumors about you? Sometimes I do this set of questions with people and they don't get a lot of rumors about them.
Yeah, I think because I think I've had so many different rumors because when being a part of reality TV, like I said, people only get like a 45-minute hour segment to watch you. So through that, they perceive your entire life through these episodes. So rather it look at the moment, say they playing the episode, I'm struggling at the time and I'm trying to hustle, and they struggle might not be my struggle, but they look at, oh, he broke, he a bum. Like, that's what they create in their mind. Or me and my wife are having an issue, so it's like, oh, he a bogus boyfriend, he bogus this, he a bum, why she with him? Or all he gonna do is this, he got 10 babies out there. It's like, whatever they watch, it allows them to create at the moment what I am to them. So that's why it's so many rumors. Or I just get random trolls, man. I get trolls all the time, like just saying the randomest stuff. I had women I've never seen in my life, never met in my life, and be like, you know the baby yours? And I'll be thinking like, I've never met you in my entire life. I don't, it just happens. And people will tag VH1, they'll tag this, they'll do that. It just kind of like comes with that price of what I said, that price of fame. Just understanding that you're going to be trolled, talked about, clowned. It all kind of comes together.
Of these silly rumors that you've heard about yourself, how true were any of them? Out of 100%?
Out of 100%, no. I think that it wasn't really no rumors that were really true about me. I think the most things I've had to face that were the truth, I faced on the TV show, on Black Ink Crew Chicago. I faced it, cleared them up. So anything that was lurking out there, I've put it out there myself. So most of these rumors was just people trolling, thirsty, trying to be extra, wanting attention. And then just not really understanding, the reality of what it is. People like, oh, you can't call a person a bum or that he don't have a job if I'm on TV. That's kind of a job. Like, so which one is it? You know what I mean? People are not able to cipher reality from reality TV.
Now, somebody watching this, they get one rumor about themselves. That could break them down.
Yeah.
How do you cope with when you do hear a rumor about yourself?
Now, in the beginning, I didn't know how to deal with it. Because I was just like anybody else. It's like, I'm not used to being attacked by, let alone 10 people. Let's try 100,000 or 200,000 people at a time on a daily basis. 300, 400, 500,000 comments on your page in negative orientation. So I had to come to a point where I realized where our society is at. We're at a world where people like to jump on the bandwagon. They might not even know what they're talking about, but they are ready to say something negative because the next person wants to say it. And so I've come to a point where I'm able to kill those people with kindness. You know, my next post not gonna be me putting up a post arguing with people. It won't be a response video to the negativity. It'll be a positive response about moving forward, positive, just putting positive vibes back into the universe. And I believe eventually those people get tired of the negativity that they put out. And they'll see like, it doesn't matter to me, I'm gonna continue to smile. And I think if anybody's watching this video, they should learn, like, man, keep smiling through your trials and tribulations, keep smiling through your haters. Eventually, they will turn into your biggest admirers, because if they're constantly watching what I'm doing, they're constantly trying to see how I'm getting through something, because they might be dealing with something themselves. So instead of responding so negative to them, I just kind of hit them with I bless you, I love you anyway, and I pray for you, you to be happy, because only another angry person wants to see another person down.
Is there a question people ask you that you just hate to answer?
Yeah, it's like a few of them. It's definitely a few of them.
Is there one that just always seems to just surface to the top?
Yeah. It's always about Charmaine. I don't know why that always has to come around all the time. It's like, Charmaine. I was like, dude, that is so 5 years ago. Why y'all still asking me about Charmaine? Like, I get random guys especially that see me. What's up with Charmaine? She single? Hey, what's up, man? She fine like that in person? Hey, man, she smell good? Like, just the dumbest stuff. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's the main one that always come up. Like, I mean, just understand that's my friend, that's my homie. Anything that you think, thought, or believe that it was, man, is years old. Leave it in the past, man.
Now, we spoke about how you deal with rumors and stuff like that, but just in the overall sense, not even rumors, but just about a person's opinion of you. Do you care about another person's opinion of you? At this point in your life?
At this point in my life, I won't say I don't care about a person's opinion, but will I let a person's opinion sway me to not continue to be myself? That's where I'm at. I do care what people think. I don't want to be looked at as, some goofy, some terrible individual. So I do care. But will I let your negative opinion of me turn me away from who I'm trying to become? No, I won't. So to an extent, it's a bittersweet type of thing. But essentially, I just want to become the man I want to become. So I won't allow you to deter me from that journey. So like I said, it's a 50-50 about how I feel about people see me. But at the end of that boat, I just want to see myself how I want to see myself. So I don't allow them to change me however they see me.
Now, I know when people care about a person's opinion of them, sometimes that can lead to health issues for people.
Definitely.
Some people have faced a certain level of stress, anxiety, depression, worst case, suicidal thoughts over other people's opinions of them.
Yeah.
When you did care, did it ever get to that point? Any of these obstacles personally for you?
It did. And it wasn't because of the show. It was prior to the show. Before the show is when I went through that spell. When I first got locked up in college playing ball, I went from being the man to like the zero. You once the dude on all the posters on campus, people got their number on their dorm room, got your basketball number in the dorm room, to being the most hated on campus. I think for me, it wasn't about social media so much at the time. It was seeing it in reality, seeing these people not want to speak to you on campus, watching people who once hung with you not want to hang out with you, stay away from you, veer away from you. So I went through a level of depression. I did, where I just drank my days away. I partied my days away because I'm like, I wanted to just drink my feelings under the table and not care so bad. And all it did was cause me a world of trouble and more domino effects down the line for me. And I had to snap out of that. Once I had my son, Donald III, I just realized, like, it's not just about me anymore. And this person that I am at the moment, it's not going to be a quality role model, a quality image of someone I would want him to follow. And that's when I, found my purpose for snapping out of the depression I was in and the lost state of mind I was in. I'm not saying it just happened overnight. It definitely was a process. Even once he was born, I still had to take steps into becoming the man I become. And it wasn't easy. So I definitely understand the challenge of trolls and people and opinions. And now, more so years later, now that IG, Snapchat, Facebook is as big as it is, I think that the influence of the people you don't even know matter more than the people in reality now. Because if you get all these people you will never meet calling you something, you truly believe that you're that. And I think it's scary, but I just really want to tell people to continue to believe in who they are. You know, Instagram doesn't make or break you. Most of these people, I believe, are needing our prayers and our blessings because they're more miserable than what they perceive to be because they spend so much time hoping to make somebody else be miserable. You know, misery loves company. And I feel like, man, just instead of getting so deep down on yourself about what these people think, I say pray for these people. I say try to uplift these people, kill them with your kindness. Because if they can take all this energy and put into you, they obviously need good energy put into themselves to realize how negative or how bogus they are as individuals.
You self-medicated yourself at that point in your life with alcohol and stuff like that. Never had counseling or therapy back then?
Not for real, no. I mean, like I said, like it was partying, sex, girls, kick it, turn up. Like it was like, man, don't care about nothing. Just live your life at the moment. In my mind, just party it out. You know what I mean? And I just had to find another version of meditation. That's when I got back into working out heavy. That's when I got into the gym. That's where the lifting and all that stuff came into play because instead of partying all night and not being able to wake up in the morning and go work out, it became a balance. You know, I really want to get in the gym. I like my results. I want to keep working out. I want to get stronger. So that meant, you know, going home and wanting to stay woke instead of being drunk. I wanted to stay woke and play with my son, rock him to sleep. I wanted to get up in the morning, go to work, go to the gym. So I just kind of found my place to put that energy that I was feeling, my place to take that energy out on, and became the weights.
I see. Somebody watching this that might not know your story of your upbringing, growing up in those college days, how did you go from hero to zero?
Well, truthfully, this is when you get to a point of feeling yourself. You know, I played ball my whole life. I think I've always been been in the in crowd. Whether middle school, high school, I was prom king, most popular in high school. You know, all the dope accolades you would hope to leave high school with. I was a cool dude. Went to college at HBCU, having the ball, living my life, playing ball, having the girls, having attention, you know, money, scholarships. I was straight, you know what I mean? And I got in the moment when you start feeling yourself. Of course, I was one of the dudes who kind of what you want to call, like, I lived in a fairy tale land a little bit. I had the love and basketball dreams, the whole fall in love, me and her both go to the league, she do this, do that dream. And then, you know, I got my heart broken for the first time, you know what I mean? And not to say that's an excuse for some of the things that took place after that, but, you know, again, feeling myself, you know, got drunk, got myself into a fight in the dorm rooms, knocked somebody's tooth out, you know, had a car chase. It was all types of stuff with police involved, everything. And, you know, for a lot of people, it was shocking because they just didn't look at me like that person. Like I said, everybody loved me. I was a fun dude, good person to be around. I mean, everybody felt welcome. They never seen that side of me until that night. They said, man, the people that tell me about that night all the time that were there was like, man, you was a different person. They didn't know who I was. And you see rage, you see pain. And it wasn't, I don't think all that pain came out from just that heartbreak with that girl. I think it was a lot from my childhood, a lot of things I just been holding in my whole life that just came out in one night. And it cost me a nice portion of my life. Cost me some years of my life. And it slowed a lot of things down. Took away basketball, took away overseas. It took away, you know, coming back to Chicago as soon as I wanted to. It took away girls, it took away money. It cost me so much, even friends and family that I still don't talk to this day. It cost me a lot. And that's the thing I could say my journey has taught me to appreciate where I'm at now. That journey alone has taught me so much about just appreciating friends, family, time, moments, freedom. That taught me so much.
Hindsight 2020, and not to dwell on this subject too much, but hindsight 2020, could that have been prevented, or no, that was something that was just inevitable?
I think it could have been prevented. I know it could have been prevented. You know, my sister Jazz just said before I had started drinking that night, she was like, "Nah, you don't even need to drink." She just had said it. And I had cracked a joke about, yeah, boy, somebody gonna get beat up tonight messing with me. I was cracking a joke. And she was like, "No, you don't need to drink." I hadn't even started drinking. I'll never forget that conversation we had because I took her to Walmart to pick up some money, and we had just had that conversation before I had bought the bottle. Literally had the conversation. And as simple as what she said was just go home and chill. You don't need to drink. None of this would have happened.
Now, let's say somebody's watching this, and circumstances could be different for everybody, but let's say kind of like you, the in-crowd person, starting on the team, basketball player, got future things that could happen because of their talent. Any advice you would say to a person walking that path?
I think, excuse me, I think I watched a lot of athletes, whether it be basketball, football, walk this road where you feel invincible. You feel like, you know, you're the good guy, you're the popular guy, nothing can happen to you, everybody got your back, you can get out of anything. And I watched a lot of these guys lose scholarships, lose opportunities, go to jail over their girlfriends, or end up shooting somebody, killing somebody, or, you know, doing something stupid because we totally believe we're above everybody else at that moment. You on your high horse, as your mother would say. You smell, you think your shit don't stink. You know what I mean? And what we have to learn is that the universe always finds a way to humble you. Learn it fast because it will humble you in the worst way if you aren't able to recognize how fast you're moving. You know what I mean? Take your time. Appreciate your blessings. Appreciate the people around you. Make sure that you're constantly giving thanks to what's happening in your life. Because when you don't and you feel in your mind it's all because of you, that's when you lose it all. So if I have any lesson to teach them, man, slow down, be humble, appreciate what you have, appreciate those moments, because they can definitely be snatched tomorrow.
What are your keys to success?
Just honestly learning to stay consistent, learning to listen to the people around you that have the best interest. I know that's always been one of my issues, just not wanting to be a listener. I think you're never too old to learn something new. When you put too much energy into thinking you know it all, you're moving too fast, 9 times out of 10, you don't. So I think I've been more persistent with just being a listener, a learner, just learning my environment, learning from other people, learning from other entrepreneurs, listening to a millionaire give a speech. He's obviously done something right. I need to listen, start being a listener. And that's been the key to my success, just being a true listener, learning to humble myself and realize I don't know everything and I need to learn more. That's been my biggest successful key in my life right now, just learning.